Hello, and welcome back to the sixth episode of the TAMUSA Esports podcast. I'm your host, Michael, also known as Palakona, and I'm joined today by my co-host.
It's Jacob Lopez. It's KP. It's good to be back.
And our special guest.
Yo, my name is Brandon, also known as Reticence, and I'm just really glad to be here today.
Thank you for joining us, Brandon. So, today we're going to be covering some gaming news, like stuff that came out this week, and talk about maybe K-pop, because
Of course,
I think we all listen to K-pop, yeah. And maybe talk about the Destiny 2 raid if you watched my
Which
stream.
I was not invited.
Okay.
Hair flick.
We can talk about that in a little bit. But let's get right into it. So, the first topic, Counter-Strike 2 was announced, and the closed playtest was released. So, Brandon, did you play CS:GO in the beginning? at all?
Yes, I did play CS:GO when it did come out, but not as much as I would like. I was playing like Rainbow Six
Mhm.
or as well as Destiny 2 back then. Maybe some Left 4 Dead.
Ooh, fire.
So yeah. But I honestly I kind of hoped I did play CS back when. It was actually good.
Yeah, and like when it came to CS, I had Counter Strike Source for like Gary's mod, but I didn't what's it called? I didn't play like CS:GO. I like tried to play it, but then I just got bodied because I did not know how.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what CS:GO Source is. I'm guessing it's like the OG Counter Strike.
CS Source. So Gary's mod.
Oh.
Whenever you make like certain maps in like Forge or Hammer, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
some map makers will take like assets from Counter Strike and then they'll paint the map with it. So if you don't have CS Source, which is just textures basically, then like you join the map and it's just purple and black unrendered, and that's my relevant experience. I think there was Counter Strike on the Xbox, and I
Yeah,
tried that.
I do remember that.
And I thought it was pretty fun. And then, but
I've
yeah,
played
that's it.
maybe a total of 30 minutes of Counter Strike in general. I tried it, didn't really like it. I got like a kill or something, and like 37 deaths, and I was just like, yeah, it's not for me. And then that's why I transitioned over to Valorant. I'm still bad at the game, but at least this time I get like 3 kills instead of 1. So hey, it's a major upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon is actually on the Valorant team.
No one cares. Our Valorant segment was the other day. We're good with this.
Yeah, I'm pretty irrelevant to be honest.
Yeah, Brandon is like the prodigy on the team. He's
I don't know about all that.
really good at this game.
Oh,
whenever I play.
But even at that, now that we had the topic about Valorant, CS:GO, they were talking about, oh my God, there's gonna be a Valorant killer.
Oh my God.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I personally don't think so. Valorant
I don't either.
is just personally it's its own game. It has the premise of CS:GO. It
Yeah.
has everything CS:GO has, but the abilities and all the things that Valorant brings makes it a unique game. And I don't think CS2 will will break that at all.
It's literally just the same whole premise of everything. So the whole idea of Overwatch and Overwatch 2, they claimed it was a new game. PvE is yet to come out. It's been like half a year already, basically, and nothing new besides a new character and maybe a new map. That's what I feel CS:GO 2 is basically a reskin of CS:GO 1. They add maybe a new map, some new guns, and they improved a lot. I'm not going to take that away from them. They've improved a lot in the game. But ultimately, it literally just looks like Counter-Strike HD.
Yeah. So speaking of like remasters, re-releases, Resident Evil 4 came out recently.
Never played it.
Never played it? Did you ever play Resident Evil?
Yes, I have.
Oh, Resident Evil in general? Yes, I played some, but never 4.
So what did you play?
So I've played honestly the from 4 onwards.
Mhm.
I really did enjoy these games. 8 personally was not like the greatest, but I personally think the ones before, like the Resident Evil games, were really good.
Which one is 8?
8 is the one with Lady D.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't like that one?
yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, no. I mean, the story, like comparing it to its predecessors, it's not like the greatest, but
Mhm.
But Lady D carried it.
yeah, pretty much.
I felt
Yeah.
that. No, I only ever played Resident Evil 5, and that's the one I
Five?
think. Correct me if I'm wrong. They went into like the African village.
The Village?
I thought
Yeah, the
I think
African
that's
village
6.
or somewhere.
I don't
No,
know,
no,
that
no,
might be
that's
five.
5. Because I just not recently, but I played it maybe last month with my friend. We're doing it co-op, and we're almost done with it. I played it growing up, and so I replayed it recently. You know, it was kind of like a throwback nostalgia. That's probably the only Resident Evil I've ever played, and I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Is there like a new game that you guys like started playing that you're not necessarily like sharing too much? Like a game that you've been playing by yourself, kind of, or with a friend.
Or
That's not
to
no-
me, I
that's not
will
necessarily
always
your same game.
praise Dark Souls games.
Mhm.
I enjoy them to my heart's content. I think there's probably one of the best games in the world, just my opinion. But that one's already out there and known. So if I had to say like a low-key underground game that recently came out, probably would have to be Octopath Traveler 2, with the JRPG pixel type games, graphics, and it's turn-based combat. And I know a lot of people don't like turn-based combat because they don't want to sit there and wait. I would kind of say that it's the opposite of hack and slash, which I really do not like. I don't like hack and slash games because for the most part, if it releases on a console, on Xbox you would hit X and just X, and X would do everything for you. X hack slash. Like I can't, right? So that's why I praise Octopath Traveler 2 because although it's turn-based combat, it makes you those type of games are always strategy behind it. But I think Octopath Traveler did it well because they added a lot of unique characters, and this is like the same thing anybody would say about their game, but each character comes from a different upbringing. There's a priest, there's a warrior, there's a thief, etc. You know the normal stuff, but the graphics made it go tremendously higher. The gameplay is really smooth, and for some reason, when I hit somebody with my dagger, it does like 3,000 damage, and then some explosion comes out, and I'm just like, wow. So, you know, it's just me being me.
Yeah.
How about
It's
you,
either that or
Brandon?
Roblox.
But in terms of games that have been like that I've been playing recently, Devour has been
Devour.
a really good multiplayer game.
Camera on me real
that I've
quick.
played.
Yeah?
And no, Devour, it's one of those horror games personally that are actually scary to me. Other games like Phasmo,
Not
all
scary,
that,
yeah.
they don't scare me anymore. Devour, it's not only like scary, but the difficulty aspect is what makes it unique from other horror games. Devour is like its difficulty spikes tremendously between like the maps, and it's crazy. It's really fun.
And just a little side note, Devour's like $5-6 on Steam, so it's not that expensive for people who want to get into it. Comparison to Phas, not scary whatsoever. I used to think Phasmophobia was scary. I played like 2 games of it, and I was like, wait, this is not scary whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah,
The Roblox one that we played scared me.
yeah. The
I don't know what it was called, but it was
the
really bad.
Mimic
The
on
Mimic on
Roblox.
Roblox.
Oh, I played that one.
Yeah. Oh my god. That the jump scare. I don't like jump scares, so that. Oof.
That was
No.
fun.
When it comes to like scary thing, that's why I didn't play Resident Evil in the past. Like I'd watch my uncle play Resident Evil or Fear, and I could not. I would get scared. Like I was really scared of ghosts as a kid,
Same.
so I never touched Fear.
Not
And then
even-
Silent Hill also scared me too.
Good movie.
And but Resident Evil, I was like, okay, it's zombies, and I
Mhm.
really like zombies, like films growing up. So I was like, okay, I can watch this one.
Did you ever
but-
play Outlast?
I did play Outlast.
I love that
Oh
game.
yeah.
There's
that
there's
really
a new
good.
one coming out.
Oh, well,
Oh, third one?
third one?
It's like a co-op one.
Oh.
It's like a jigsaw kind of puzzle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Like those type of games. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd
and-
be interesting and see how that comes out.
But for games that I've been playing recently, I've been playing Wolong, which is on the Xbox Game Pass, and it's a Chinese version of, I would say, Dark Souls and Sekiro, and a little bit of Elden Ring.
Has Alex been playing it?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Like, it's so. I'm a little confused on the story. Like, basically, you're a militiaman, and in like you're getting attacked by this group of warriors, and they're like yellow, and they're like, oh, the yellow heaven will rise again, and like so you're like fighting, and then you get killed, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then you come back to life, and you're like, I don't know, I can't explain the story. Like it's hard to follow, but like it has the like stamina bar of Sekiro, and like so if you like, I don't know, your posture breaks, you like get tired, you need time to recover. It's like there's swords, there's pole axes, there's spears, there's bow staffs as well, and there's also magic in it. So
I can see
it's
Elden Ring,
very
Dark Souls type
like
thing.
interesting, I'd say. Well, also like there's like counters and like perfect counters or whatever.
Yeah.
And but the only like, oh, and you can play it online. So I've been playing that with like my 3 friends, and we've been like running through the stages, and like there's a boss we just for some reason we couldn't one phase him, so we had to like his name is
Learn the
Lu Bu.
movesets, man.
Yeah, so we had to go back, and so this is where like I kind of like because so the game operates in stages, and they're called battlefields. So you can like you run through an entire stage, and then when you reach the end or kill the boss at the end, you basically like it asks like, do you want to continue multiplayer? And I'm like, yeah, pretty lame. But yeah, that's what I've been playing so far lately. Maybe you like it.
The last part where it's like, do you want to continue playing? They have this in so many video games. It's like a pet peeve of mine, because like after you die, like for example in Dark Souls, they just put you right back in it. But in some games, after you die, they're like, do you want to continue playing? Like, what do you mean? Just throw away the game? Like, of course you want to continue playing. I don't know why they add that in there, because in some games it auto saves, sometimes it doesn't. So if you say no and you don't save, well, there goes your progress. So me personally, I don't know why they add that. I think it's just the developers wasted some money on that.
They needed to pay the intern somehow. Hey, intern, go make this. Do you want to continue playing?
But I would say it kind of gets you like to the mental warfare, because like in Dark Souls when it says you are dead, that pisses me off.
Yeah,
it's like I know
I
I'm
get
dead.
mad. Yeah.
Like what do you mean?
Or
So
like
run it back.
GTA where it says wasted. Obviously.
Dude, you got lit up by 17 cops. What do you think? You're gonna like? No, it's GTA. I mean, it should just say run it back instead of wasted. No, run it back, because you're gonna do the same thing as soon as you get out of the hospital. You're gonna cause some crime. There's gonna be 17 cops on you again. You're gonna have 27 stars, and then you're just gonna run away and then die. So it's just like
So the next topic. This is kind of similar to like CS2 being the Valorant killer. So multiverses. You know multiverses, right?
Yeah,
the fighting one.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was in beta the entire time, even though it had 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It was in beta, and so they're like, "Oh, now we know what we want to improve upon," and and people called it the Smash killer because Smash is not receiving updates, I believe, anymore. Maybe I'm looking at you, Nando.
Wink.
I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think. Just like Brandon said, like Valorant is its own game. CS is its own game. Same with Smash. What's it called? Multiverses. Like, did you play Multiverses, Brandon?
So yeah, I mean, I did play a good amount of multiverses when it did come out, and personally, I mean, I really enjoyed it as a fun game. But in terms of the competitive aspect for the game, I'm not sure about that compared to like Smash. I think Smash would still be the competitive shine of these type of games, but Multiverses definitely is a high tier, like fun game, just to goof around with your friends.
I played Multiverse when it came out, like maybe 2-3 games of it, and I dropped it immediately. Again, I've played Smash for a really long time. I stopped playing it ever since, like maybe 2-3 years ago. But I used to play Melee, Brawl, and I think is Brawl also the one that came out on Wii U, or they just moved it over? I'm not sure. Nando in the background is gonna flame me for this, but
He's seething.
regardless, it's one of them, right? I played all of those, but then I stopped when Ultimate came out because I didn't really enjoy Ultimate. But Multiverses to me, I guess I get what you guys are saying about it being its own game, but I guess this is where I differ. I think it's literally just a carbon copy of Smash. They literally just like, oh, let me change a few. It's like the meme. Can I copy your homework?
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, just change it up so she doesn't know it's yours, right? It's the same thing. They literally just change some movesets, all the mechanics are still there. You can still dash, you can still block, you can still perfect shine, you can do all of that. They just say it's Nintendo based, and they added some busted characters like Smash does when they first released, and they gotta fix them. So
It reminds me of, I don't know if I've never played it, but
Mm.
I've always seen it. Is was it PlayStation All Stars?
oh,
Yeah,
dude.
where they just like have all the video game characters fighting, but it's not Nintendo.
Oh, just a little for people who played PlayStation growing up. There's a game called 50 Cent Rumble or 50 Cent like a fighting game, and it was literally 50 Cent and all these rappers, and it was a fighting game, and they would all fight each other. I'm sorry, that was out of nowhere, but he's at PlayStation, and we're talking about fighting games. Really underground game, but it was so much fun growing up.
And the next thing in gaming news that came out this week was the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShops are
Shut
closed.
down.
Yeah. So, did you have Nintendo systems growing up, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean the Nintendo 3DS. That was that was the best thing I could have ever had. When I was a child on the bus, I would just take that out and start gaming. Especially some Spider-Man games on the 3DS. Those were really fun, personally. But over time, I just switched to other games. So honestly, this doesn't really affect me too much. But I can see how some people can be sentimental about
Yeah.
this happening.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, to me, I don't care. I mean, even my Wii right now that I've been playing, forever ago they shut down the Wii shop, so I can't do anything besides play the games that I buy on disc. It doesn't really affect me because I can still play the game. So
For me, like, I have a 3DS that was, what is it called? Jailbroken? Yeah, I have
Say
a
that again?
3D jailbroken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a
Oh,
3DS
yeah,
that was jailbroken only because I wanted to create my own Pokemon in, what was it, X and Y?
Uh-huh.
No, wait, which is the one like when they're on, oh, Sun and Moon, Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I know
I
that
thought
one.
you liked Pokemon.
No, I do. I've never played any of the new recent
Oh,
games.
okay,
All of those
okay.
are like, to me, they're all the same and they're boring.
But what was it called? I was playing Sun and Moon, and I finished it. And then they're like Sun and Moon too, but like they just added like an island. But
I'm telling you, they're the same.
I had made like my own Mimikyu because that's like my favorite
I love
Pokemon.
Mimikyu.
And then my team was Ninetales, Kanto, and then Ninetales Alola, and then had Mimikyu, and I forget the rest. But I was trying to get like a fairy based team because like I really love like the fairy Pokemon. I like the way they look, and so I made my own, and then I went online and I just absolutely wrecked because I made the IVs and EVs cracked. Like I maxed them out, and so like I did too, and then I looked up, oh, you can get banned from using custom Pokemon. So I was like, I'm not touching this anymore. But yeah, I did have my eShop like unlocked or whatever, so I could get like everything because like I wasn't gonna buy it because I was in high school at that time, and like to even get it, what's it called, jailbroken, I needed to give this guy named Danny $20, and that was a lot of money for me. So it's like,
I mean, $20 comparison to all you would have to pay for
Yeah.
each of that. Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't even utilize it. I just made Pokemon, and so I'm still looking for my 3DS because you can transfer your Pokemon,
Over.
yeah, to your Nintendo Switch. But I don't even play the most recent Pokemon.
You hit me with some nostalgia because, no cap, Ninetales was my favorite Pokemon growing up, and I don't know why. I think that was just the first Pokemon that when I played on N64, Pokemon Stadium 2, OG Pokemon game. You had all the Pokemons unlocked. You just make your own team, and then you battled like the Elite Four, the gym leaders, and all that. And I saw Ninetales there, and I was like, "Bro, Ninetales is sick." And it just did, I think it was called Flame Wheel or Fire Spin. It spinned and there was fire, right? That move was powerful, and then it switched over to Ghastly, because you can put people to sleep and then eat their dreams, and then that was like a powerful move. And then he said Mimikyu. Mimikyu, to me, I really love that Pokemon as well. It's probably one of my top four favorite Pokemon of all time. Mimikyu, I don't know why I necessarily like Mimikyu. I think I just associate it with it being cute and adorable,
Yeah.
and that it mimics Pikachu. So I'm just like, it wants to be Pikachu, but it will never be Pikachu. So
Yeah. So I drew on here. I don't know if the camera will will catch it, but I don't know if it's too bright. But so I just remembered I had a Pokemon named Pyukumuku, and like it's like a little.
You made it?
No, I didn't make it.
Oh.
It's like a real Pokemon. It's
Okay.
called Pyukumuku, and it's like a little like sea cucumber,
Uh-huh.
and like its moves are like it's a poison water, I think,
Mhm.
and like the whole like concept of this Pokemon is it throws up its insides like a real sea cucumber does,
Uh-huh.
and that was also on the team. I just remembered. Yeah.
Brandon? Pokemon
Pokemon.
experience?
Dude, in terms of Pokemon for me, I actually haven't delved like too deep into
Mhm.
Pokemon. I haven't been the greatest like Pokemon fan. I collect a lot of cards. I also have like the best luck in cards. I just don't really get too much into it.
Mhm. He does. He does. Just a little side note.
Yeah, you spent like $500 on Pokemon. the
Yeah,
other
a little
day.
side note. The Valorant team and I went shopping for like a month straight, basically, to a store called Heroes and Fantasies, and we would buy Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, whatever. We would buy packs to see what we get inside of them. So me, Brandon, and you guys would know from was it the very first podcast we had Tanner on?
I believe so. Yeah.
Tanner, the captain of the Valorant team, he was with us, and he gave us each, like, let's say, for example, 5 packs, and we all opened it. Every single one of us basically got nothing, and then Brandon will pull something and get something really amazing, and we will be like, what the hell, right? So then we'd stop. We get another pack, we will all get nothing, and then Brandon would open up another pack, and he would get something really good, and then we're just like, bro. So it got to the point where we just started giving Brandon our cards and like, luck it up, just give us luck. Sometimes it worked. But I feel like the RNG gods were like, it's only for Brandon, so the luck didn't wear off on all of us.
Yeah, no, it was really fun though. Even though all the money that we've lost
Oh, yeah.
is still lost, we didn't make our money back. It was still fun, little part of early semester.
It's crazy because that's like when we had disposable income, and now all of us are like, we're watching all of our money, bro. Like back then, I would pay for everybody if I needed to, and all that, and now I'm just like, yeah.
I could barely buy food.
Exactly. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about all that.
I
So,
think I can get something off the dollar menu today.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
just a burger from Whataburger.
Oh, just real quick, did you guys sign up for classes?
No.
No?
I still have a hold on mine for financial aid purposes. Actually.
I emailed my
Academic
my
advisor?
advisor. Yeah. So on my degree works, it says like this is your advisor, and I'm like, okay. I emailed them, and then it's been it was 2 days because I emailed them on Tuesday, and it was Thursday. And I'm like, what the heck? They haven't responded to me, and so I look up like I'm military affiliated, so I need to make sure this is my advisor, and I look, and it's like, nope, that's not your advisor. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I emailed the wrong advisor. So I emailed them like later in the day on Thursday, and then I get an email like later. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my actual advisor. And he's like, yeah, I'll look at your stuff, and I removed your hold for you. So I appreciate you if you're
advisor.
my advisor. I
No,
won't say your name, but I appreciate
I've
you.
had a habit for the past 3 years, for the past 3 years where I wait until like the last week to register for classes, and my parents were like, you should do it early because you never know if those classes would be available. I'm like, you're right, but summer, I could just chill. But I don't know if you guys are still talking to your academic advisor to set up your classes. It took me 2 years to finally be like, I need to grow up and stop asking them for help. So now I can plan out my own classes.
So with me, it's kind of a difficult thing to not talk to them because I have to build my schedule around RNTC because like I signed a contract with the government. So like the first class that gets on there is military science and ROTC.
Yeah.
And then from then on, I have to look at my degree works. And then we have this document called the 104R. And basically, my entire career, or my entire college time is already planned out. Like from the very first time I started to the end. And it's basically just going over every single class that I've taken, every single class I'm supposed to take, and then at the very bottom, my advisor needs to sign it. So that's the document that I sent my advisor. And with RTC, it's a bit hard because instead of getting the traditional 120 credits, you need 141 credits.
Was that with or without tax?
With.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it's pretty it's hard because I'm taking basically 30 additional credits my last semester just so I can meet the 141 credit. Because
Yeah.
if I don't get it, I don't become an officer at the end of it, and it's just tough.
So
really.
in terms of like ROTC and military, what is your end goal, like rank wise? You just want to be an officer? You just want to hit officer?
So at the end of ROTC, all cadets that contracted and commissioned become a second lieutenant. They
Uh-huh.
become an officer. So 2024 winter, I should be an officer by then. Yeah.
So you're gonna pull me over or?
What? No, not
Yeah,
like that
okay.
officer.
Can you handcuff me? No.
No,
Take me.
I'm not gonna do military police. I want to do medical services.
Oh,
in
Oh,
the-
nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's actually something interesting. My parents really wanted me to do something like that. The medical field for the military.
Mhm.
That seemed pretty interesting, but I haven't heard like too much about it, so I never like strived for it.
Yeah, it's going into ROTC, like, get as much information as you can. I mean, I think it's a little bit too late for you, but
Yeah.
yeah, like, anyone who's watching this and you're interested in ROTC, like, definitely do your research and know if it's something you want to sign up for.
Yeah.
I have my opinions about the military. People have their own, and yeah, look forward to it. And so, I do have more topics to talk about, but I kind of want to just jump into the things that we were involved in relatively. That is Destiny 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kippy. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So, I by the grace of God, Brandon was able to buy me the DLC for Destiny, which I was very ecstatic about because TLDR, I charged his debit card 23 different times because the website wouldn't allow it to go through. So the morning of that day, his bank calls him and it tells him, one by one, did you do this transaction at 11:27 p.m.? And he had to say no. And she's like, okay. Did you do this transaction at 11:29 p.m.? No. So I just went on and on and on and on. So ultimately, we ended up buying it, and it was, is it Lightfall?
Yeah, it was Lightfall.
So the Lightfall DLC for Destiny came out, and we played it. We played through the campaign. It was fun. There was a cheese strat at the end for the final boss, which
Yeah.
was, I was struggling through it, and Brandon's like, you're not done yet? I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. How do you do this? And he shows me the strat, and I'm just like, all right. Regardless of the matter, I thought I was going to be part of the day one raid that they release every,
Raid.
every raid. I was under the premise I was invited because as I was talking to Brandon when he bought me the DLC, he and I quote said, yeah, we can do the raid together when it comes out, day one raid. But then as time goes on, day one raid is ready, and I'm asking Brandon and Michael, I'm like, oh, so are we going to do this? And Michael's like, oh, I got 2 friends, and Brandon has David and Esme?
It was Emmy.
Emmy.
But
I'm
yeah.
like, I. So then I get pissed off at Brandon. Not actually. I'm just, doing things to him. And I'm just getting like mad at him for no reason just because. And so he tells me, oh, you were never invited. And I'm like, this guy already forgot that he told me when he bought me the DLC that I was going to be involved. And I was like, all right, whatever.
You see, this is what happened, right?
Okay.
This is
So,
what happened. This is what happened.
I got you Lightfall because I had no friends to play Destiny.
And that's another thing. He had no friends to play Destiny. So I thought, oh, I'm playing it with him. Of course, after telling me I'm going to be in the raid, he's going to make me be in the raid because he has no friends. And then he gets 2 people that he gets out of nowhere and is like, I'm going to play with them.
Yeah, that's when I found out that a lot of people actually play Destiny too in the esports. Like, I thought, to be honest, you were like gonna be the only person that plays Destiny. Then I heard Michael was like, "Oh yeah, I got like some people for the team." And then I heard I saw a like looking for group post that David put in the Discord. I was like, for the
Day
raid,
one.
and I was like, why don't I just jump on this? And I've done my research with like everyone already. Everyone had like
Set
good
gear,
gear and everything already, right? So I was just like, I should just go with this.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to go for day one. It wasn't something that I wanted to
struggle through. You just wanted to.
or not really struggle through. I mean, struggling is
Fun.
The fun part of
Yeah.
day one as well. It was more of just I just wanted to complete a day one. But the thing was is I saw that everyone had like good gear that I was looking into, and I was like, oh, maybe we could do this, right? So I decided to go with that, and granted, I still want to do like the raid.
No, stop looking at me when you're speaking. It's been and over, man. Let it go. I'm sad. I'm crying.
Yeah, don't worry. You still have a whole year to go for the next raid.
Oh yeah, a whole year.
Yeah, a whole year for the new raid.
But just a little side note. The reason we've been into Destiny for a while. We didn't know it. We played it. All of us played it. We found out. Was it an R20 event? No, it was an event that happened at Techport, which they allowed everyone to be there, right? What was it
Yeah,
called?
it was a scholarship.
Scholarship signings. Yeah.
Games and Grub.
Games and Grubs. We said that on our podcast prior. We went to Games and Grubs, and there was originally it was 5 of us, and you needed six people for a raid. So we were lucky enough to get all the computers right next to each other, and there's perfectly 5. So we all sit there, and then I think it was either Brandon or me, and I was just like, let's play Destiny. And everybody's like, oh, you guys want to play Destiny? You guys play Destiny? So then we all load up Destiny, and then Brandon's like, wait, we need one more for a raid. I don't know who said it, but we got the 6th on the other side.
I think you invited them over.
Was it Jaggers that put us together?
I think
Yeah,
so,
actually, I think it was James. Yeah.
So then we got a random 6 who comes to the school who to this day has been unknown. He
His
played
name
the
is
game,
Brookbo.
the raid with us, and just left.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, you know who you are, but we haven't heard from you ever
Brookbo.
since.
He's probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
That's okay.
But after the raid, after that 6-man raid we did, we continued to play it a little bit. But Brandon again was just like, I have no friends. Play Destiny with me. So I was like, I got you. So we played Destiny a little bit. He still gets on my case about not playing it as much. I play Crucible a little bit. So
Yeah.
because once you beat the campaign on Lightfall, I mean, what do you do?
Get your power up.
Raids?
Yeah, get your power up. I think I'm like 1810, 1811 right
Yeah,
now.
that's good. Most of like the pinnacle stuff for Destiny is like around that power level. So
What are you at right now?
I'm at 1815.
I don't know if I'm 18 yet. I think I'm like 1790 something. So I do have to grind a little bit. But I've been playing a lot of Crucible recently, and I don't know the drops have changed, but they gave out this pulse rifle that's really nutty. I got lucky enough to get a decent roll on mine, so the handling and the not fire rate, I forgot what it is. Its handling and stability is really high. So when I'm shooting with that gun, it's a beam. So I'm happy I got that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we did. So we did a 8-hour Destiny stream, and it was very tough, I would say, because so we got all of the mechanics going, and we got to the boss, and we just could not get the boss. Like, our power level just wasn't high enough for the boss. We just kept dying over and over and over again.
But
And-
ultimately, did you guys at least complete it, even by yourself at one point with a different group, or no?
Not day one, but I got it the next day with my friends Aram, Zach, Damien, Torres was there again, or Anthony, and then forgot who the other one was. Oh, me.
Did you finish it?
So I finished it the day after I came back from break.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Sad.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have mind staying up that
Day.
night to complete it for the day one. The issue was I had to wake up early in the morning, like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. And I think we ended at like 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
we
I only
did.
had like a little bit of sleep before I had to go.
It was almost, so it was 8 hours, but we had started 4 hours prior, so I was playing Destiny for 12 hours that day.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's
Destiny's
rough.
a fun game.
Yeah.
Destiny's pretty fun, and it's more so like by yourself it's fun, but it gets to the point where it kind of gets boring because nothing else to do by yourself, and that's where you include friends, and just having even one extra person makes the game so much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But in terms of just the raid though, how do you think it was?
It was easy.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. The raid was really easy for what it's worth. It's supposed to be the one time in the year everyone comes together to beat this hard pinnacle activity that's supposed to beat you down and make you want to quit. This raid, going into it, all the mechanics were really easy. World's First got 2 hours and 30 minutes before the thing got completed. Keep in mind, the average that this raid, like raids are finished, 12 hours and onwards.
Mhm.
And this,
And it's particularly day one raids, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody's supposed to be figuring everything out.
is yes, and that's just honestly, it's pretty embarrassing.
Mhm.
We're
On,
going for
Bungie's
world's
part?
longest,
Yeah, it's
world's slowest.
I can say that I didn't play day one raid, but I could probably expect it to be terrible because
Oh,
to
yeah.
me personally, the campaign was terrible.
You didn't like that?
No.
campaign didn't seem to have any structure. Or like, it tried to copy the last campaign.
Which Queen was good?
Yeah, Witch Queen was perfect.
I
in terms
wanted
of
to
campaign.
get Witch Queen when it came out, but I had no money. And
Mhm.
so I went to my amazing websites to try to get it for cheaper. And I had the time to get it, but I think I fumbled because I was at the checkout, but then my mother called me to do something, and I totally forgot about it. And so I never got to play it. So I'm definitely going to get it pretty soon, especially since it's been on sale recently. So maybe I'll hop back onto it. But I thought the Witch Queen was, never played it, but just looking at it, it looked really cool.
Yeah, it was a really good expansion. It for in terms of campaign, it was the first of its kind. Something that Lightfall tried to copy, but honestly didn't perform it as well. But yeah, no, the Witch Queen campaign was fantastic and introduced Lucent characters, and those were like they're like tormentors, I guess.
I
Before
hate those.
tormentors were a thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Before we move on to the next time, I just want to say, what's your all your guys' opinion on Strand?
Strand. It's fun. I run Solar Hunter all the time, and like I like Strand for my Spider-Man looking build.
Yeah.
But that's all I use it for. I mean, they're really good to use on champions. Strand. I use
Yeah.
the bolas thing.
Yeah.
Where it gets everybody stuck.
Yeah, and then they just get strung up.
Suspended?
Yeah, and it's like that's the only reason I'd use Strand, and
Mhm.
because there's Strand Surge.
So personally, with Strand, first playing it, it was really fun, but I just couldn't see any implications for it. But now, after the expansion's been out for a while, it's really annoying in the Crucible.
Yes,
It is.
Tremendously annoying. It's like not as bad as Stasis when it initially
Mhm.
came
Wow.
out. Stasis was really bad.
That was terrible.
But Strand, it's something that's not, I would say, broken, but maybe should be nerfed a little bit in terms of Crucible. PvE, there's some really crazy builds you could do with it, and I just don't see it as broken. But
Yeah.
it's something that you could just play around with, and like build craft.
I would say completely, my personal opinion, I think Strand is completely worthless and useless. And I don't even know why it's in the game. I do like that it's something new that they implemented in Destiny because it's been a while. We need a different class at one point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad they implemented something new, but ultimately, every single ability in that kit to me is useless besides that one, which is the bullet, right? Besides that, I really don't see any implication. And maybe I differ a little bit because obviously you're way better than me at Destiny. But whenever I'm playing Crucible and I get hit by it, I'm like, yeah, I get hung up, but I can still shoot and aim at them. Nothing really changes. So it's just like, yeah, it's annoying, but ultimately, if the same guy who threw that at me challenges me, I still have an equal chance to kill him. I just can't aim down sights. But
Yeah, yeah.
if I can still aim at him and shoot him with a keyboard and mouse, then we'll be good. Because there have been many times where I got hit by the bola and I still kill him. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I run Trip Mine Hunter. The Ankara Spine.
Yeah.
I just do that. 'cause
That
it's
is a
super
really
fun.
good build, though.
I don't have any good guns besides Afterburner.
Skyburner's Oath?
What?
No, wait, what's it called?
Skybird is
No, the
Hardlight Afterburner.
no.
that's
My
the
hand
raid
cannon.
thing. Oh, the one that looks like strawberries. You put strawberries in it.
No, my
Yeah.
hand cannon.
Yeah, it's like you shoot it.
Afterburner?
It's not called Afterburner.
No, what's it called?
I don't know.
I have no clue what you used, if I'm being honest. Is it exotic?
Yes.
Yeah, so when you shoot it, like it explodes, right?
No.
No, like when you kill them, they explode.
No,
right?
I lied. It's not exotic.
Oh my
it's a
gosh.
purple.
Oh, Fatebringer.
Fatebringer. Why did I say
okay,
Afterburner?
From
Yes,
Vault?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Fatebringer.
I had to think about that one. I was
Okay.
like,
All right, KP, what'd you bring this week?
Oh yeah.
We gotta speed run this.
We all have in common. Boom. This is Tata.
Here, I'll put it right
It's a
here.
plush doll, and just a little, not even history, but just a little lesson. BTS, obviously K-pop group, biggest in the world. Each member created basically a little character, and everybody who's like a diehard K-pop fan will flame me for this because I'm not giving the accurate description, but this is just how I would describe it. Basically, each BTS member made a creation of themselves. That's the way I would take it too, right? Because it kind of represents themselves and how they see themselves. So this one is by the BTS member named Taehyung, who is my bias, actually. I really love him. And so my sister actually gifted this to me for my birthday last year. And I've I've had it ever since. It was collecting dust for a while, but it's also because my room was a mess. So I finally cleaned out my room, moved a lot of stuff, and now it's back. And I forgot I had it. Boom.
I apologize. We're not gonna be able to talk K-pop more, and we have to go into the plugs. But we can talk K-pop later.
Give me my Tata
Yeah.
back.
Brandon, just come back next week. So just really quick, going to the esport plugs. Tuesday takedowns every Tuesday, same time as always, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. 7 p.m.
I thought it starts at no, it doesn't start at 5. It's either 6 or 7.
Yeah.
We'll say 6 p.m. Arrive. We'll arrive at 6
It's
p.m.
better to be earlier than late.
Yes, and same premise. So we have Nando, who's in production room right now. He casts the games. Hi, Nando. It'd be funny if the camera just turns.
Just turns, yeah.
He's waving. But Nando casts the games. Coach Jaggers found a software that, like, when you select the character, it displays it on screen. It's super cool.
Ooh.
Watch the streams at twitch.tv/TAMUSA Esports, twitch.tv/TAMUSA Esports.
Twitch.tv/TAMUSA Esports.
And it's really cool. Like, there's such a nice overlay,
Yeah.
and whoever the next stream team lead, you are in really good hands because everyone, I believe, is like slowly learning how to make their own
Yeah.
overlays. Game nights are always still happening on Discords, hosted by Paperclip, also known as Asmi, the last guest we had with Ivana. So be sure to check in on the Discord, discord.gg/TAMUSA. Yes. And last time they played Among Us,
Did you just say Amogus?
I wrote Among Us here, but did they play Among Us last time?
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they did. Yes.
Yeah, we were out, and so they still had a full lobby, which I was
Mhm.
happy about. What everybody said, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I know Omogo's lobbies gets kind of hectic because ultimately it's kind of a base game. You know, it's just all the same stuff. Where
Yeah.
it goes to is mental warfare, and I know those lobbies get rowdy.
Yeah, I think it would be super fun. Like, because I know some YouTubers, they have like a local proximity chat.
Yeah,
And I think that'd be cool because
Yeah.
like Discord, you can hear everybody
Yeah.
whenever. But yeah, discord.gg/TAMUSA Esports. Tryouts. Tryouts are going to be happening in the esports room on April 20th, which is a Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. April 21st, which is a Friday at 5 to 8 p.m. And then on a Saturday, April 22nd, from 1 to 4 p.m., same room. And we're looking for COD players, Valorant players, Smash players, and Rocket League players.
I would say if there's any good Valorant players out there, please come by because unfortunately our team captain for Valorant, Tanner, which was again in the first podcast, will be leaving this semester and going to a different university. We're gonna miss him, and I hope everything goes well with him in any future endeavors. But he was I would say the pinnacle of the team, and without him, it's gonna kind of be iffy. But I still have confidence in the rest of the Valorant team. If there's anybody out there who's a good IGL or can feel like they can fill in that role, please come by and try out. Any help is wanted and needed.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts to say on Valorant tryouts, Brandon? Are you going to be there?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be at Valorant tryouts to help out. But I hope there's someone out there that can fill in that IGL role because I sure can't lead anything. I just follow orders.
Please
so
be radiant. Please.
Yeah, please be radiant.
Or top 500. Coach
Either
Ball.
or, either or. So you can watch all of those games as streams, like Call of Duty, Valorant,
Yeah.
Smash. Oh, sorry, we don't cast Smash at this moment, but maybe next semester we
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
But Valorant and Smash we do cast, and Overwatch. But yeah, we'll try us for Overwatch as well.
We don't cast COD.
We don't cast COD
Yeah.
or Rocket League because we don't have a
So
team.
just a little correction on that, because you said we don't cast Smash. No, we do. We just don't cast.
Oh
COD.
yeah, sorry. I meant Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I was
you're
looking
good,
at
you're good.
Smash. And yeah, twitch.tv/TAMUSA Esports. And we're gonna keep talking about it till it happens. Festival de Cascarones is coming up. It's gonna be High School Smash Invitational. Is that
Yes.
what it is? Yeah.
Mhm.
And whoever wins that one will get a $2,000 scholarship.
I believe so.
You get a scholarship to come play here.
Mhm.
And yeah, and that's the end of today's podcast. So I just want to say thank you, first of all, to Brandon for joining us today. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, no problem.
And before
And-
we wave our goodbyes, everybody on the count of three, say your favorite K-pop group. 1, 2, 3.
Twice.
TXT.
BTS. Okay.
Okay. Thank you to Enlace. You like TXT?
Yeah.
I like TXT too. Thank you to Enlace and and our editor/content team lead, Aiden. Wave to Aiden.
Ew, Aiden.
And also Nando or Crimson, who we kept mentioning today. It's pretty
Ew,
popular.
Nando.
Hi. And also Art is there as well. Art and Trey and
Hi,
Joel.
Dad.
Thank you.
Hi, Dad.
This would not be possible without you guys.
Mhm.
And who's your bias real quick?
Taehyung.
Taehyun from CXT.
Jonghyun or Daeyeon? All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.